Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, OK Stevie, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent and not a lot of time. I'm in the middle of this thing, and it was such an unfair. The timer is still running. Unfair. They didn't tell me I had to move to a different place now. Now I have to get to a different place. And I'm going to try to go forward through here, which is probably not going to be easy. In the middle of the overturned train carriage contest, and suddenly I have to go someplace else. And I don't know the best ways of going. And I don't know how many stages there are to this thing. So obviously I'm not going to get gold. There's a rock there to avoid. I might get stuck in the ice somewhere. There. Here. This is unfair. This is very unfair. They don't even tell you it's multiple stages. Maybe if I read the text, but I don't think the text really tells you. It doesn't show you where the multiple stages are. I'm gonna actually read the text. Historians from the nearby camp have been asking me for some time to see what kind of railway carriages tipped over not far from here. And I forgot. Could you do that for me and then let them know? Yeah, that doesn't imply at all that there's more than one. Now it says reach the camp, but originally it said reach. Maybe this is just part 2. Maybe it's just find the carriage and then reach the camp. I don't know. I found the carriages. Can I get myself out of here? That wasn't either, but I worked it. Very unfair not telling you that there was more than one. Usually on these contests, they'll show you, oh, there's more than one. It'll be like grayed out if you have to do them in order, but I'll show you there's more than one. The way it's worded, it sounds like there's only 2. One that I'm getting to the camp now. First of all, I had to reach the overturned carriages. Now I have to reach the camp. And I'm already into the bronze, but that's okay. It's also getting dark. The good news is, at least I don't have to do this all in cab view. I have to be careful on these railroad tracks that I don't have. Don't care what kind of time I get. If it's fair or unfair. I did everything in Michigan and everything in Michigan I got gold. I got mostly gold in Alaska, though there were some I silvered. But yeah. It's not part of my 100% goal to get gold and everything. If I thought I could, I would, but there's no way to get gold. No way for me to get gold, especially when I'm being surprised like this, and I'm not going to do it more than one and try to figure out the most optimum path, because that's not entertaining for people to watch. It's also not very entertaining for me to drive. I got my... Oh, right. Set my own. Slow doing this, especially since they don't have... Yes, I'm in old man mode again. They don't let you wrap around, and they don't let you just hold the button down on the controller. They could make people complain about the controller interface not being able to use the mouse to just pick the one, but it could be made a lot easier. Now, what is this over here? Why did it not pick there? Jeez. It could be made a lot easier with just some small changes to the interface. I used to play Age of Empires, and that has the best controller interface of originally a PC game, mouse and keyboard game that I've ever seen. It has a really, really good controller interface. They really fantastic job. This is a very icy road sliding up. Oh, I don't know. My light's on. That's why it was such a challenge. And here I'm avoiding this thing. I know how bad it is. Just as bad to try to get back up there. Oh, down the rocks in there. River's pretty bad too. Not as bad as that spot. Oh, good. I was afraid I wasn't going to get close enough to be able to trigger the waypoint. I should have known that the contests on this map were also going to be as unfair as... Was it a contest that I had to get? That was I can't remember if it was a contest or whatever, where there's basically a maze through the abandoned factory that I finally decided that the easiest way to do it is just get the big crane truck over and the lightest scout truck and just reach over the wall and plop the scout truck down once needed. I didn't actually do it that way. I did it the hard way, and it took me several episodes to find it. Yeah, it was very unfair because unless you already know what the secret path is, it's a secret path. You don't know what you can get over and what you can't get over, what obstacles you need, because you need to go over some obstacles, but there's no way of knowing which obstacles it is that you need to go over, which ones you can't. So you get halfway over an obstacle and then find out, nope, I cannot get over this obstacle. And it's not a matter of skill, it's a matter of this thing doesn't get out of the way. Some obstacles, things do get out of the way. Alright, is this going to be it, or am I going to have to go back somewhere else now? That's it. Okay. Not worth the buckaroonies, buddy. I'm calling the authorities. I'm calling my union rep, and I'm telling them, don't send anybody else over here, because you stink. You are gonna get in trouble with whatever the union I'm in. I don't know if I'm in a union. Anyway, there's another waypoint there. Showing an up arrow. I don't know why. Oh, it wants to be spare parts. Okay. There's a waypoint I missed there. I guess I was planning on coming around anyway. Overturned train carriage. Boy, do I know how to delegate. Yeah, you do, you SO. Unmarked containers, you say? Well, we'll have to go and see for ourselves. What? What? You'll have to go see for yourselves? You knew you were going to have to see for yourselves? You're just yanking my chain, aren't you? You know what? Take your 1,500, 1,150 buckaroonies. They're not worth the paper wrapper they come in. All right, that's done. Really come to hate this map. Why is that there? Must have hit that by accident. What's next? I think I can retire this vehicle now. I don't think there's any more contest, or there's no more contests. There's no more tasks that are scout-like tasks, right? No, there is this scout type task. Okay. At least this one tells me there's several stages to it. Where does it start? Over here. Okay. Which, believe it or not, is right near where I am. How about that? Now this is fair until I get over there and find out that no, you can't actually cross here, and you can't actually, once you get to these 5, you have to actually go to different ones. It doesn't tell me I have to do these in order. And they're all showing up on my pop-up here. Is none of them are grayed out, so I think that means I can get to them in any order. Let's go like here, here. Probably near this ice is going to be faster because I bet I run into snow here. That's okay. I don't care at this point. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care at this point. Where is the helicopter? That's a no-go. Is that? I can't tell if that's a vehicle. Maybe that's a vehicle I'm supposed to deliver. Anyway, I'll go this way. This looks like a main road, right? This one's not on a timer. And what's it require? Does it require going up? This is bad ice, I think. So once I get around here, I can pop there, I can pop here, I can pop there. Okay, we'll see when I get there if this is traversable in this vehicle. Because this one can't get stuck in the ice. If it's bad ice. Unlike the Mastodon. In case you're just joining, I'm in this horrible place, on this horrible map. Somewhere around here, I'm sure. I'll go here first. And then from there, I'll review the map once I get there. Okay, and this is pointed north. That's my path. Take your screenshots where you can. And if I hear crackles, I have to quickly decide, can I get across it? Do I have enough speed? Or am I just going to back up really fast? If I don't decide fast enough to back up, I could get stuck. This is Kola Peninsula, the very first map, and it's a very frustrating map. It's a map that doesn't tell you things, that keeps things secret. Very frustrating. You kind of have to learn the map, and I'm not into that. The map should show me the map when I go to the map, and there aren't a lot of clues on the map itself. Part of that is, like, for example, the crackly ice. The map doesn't give an indication of where the crackly ice is. There's also some other areas that are really impassable, but on the map look passable. Like they'll look like shoveled paths on the map, and yet they're unmarked snow piles and stuff. Which is my big complaint about this map, is that the map, the in-game map doesn't give you a lot of information. You have to basically figure out which of these roads are actually passable and which aren't, and then just remember them, or like do a screenshot and print out the map and have it sitting next to you, or potentially have 3d.maninfo.com or sorry, 3d.mapinfo. 3d.maprunner.info, sitting next to you on a tablet or something that you can refer to. That gives you a 3D version of the actual terrain of the map. That's in beta. I don't think you can reach it from maprunner.info, but it's 3d. And I'm sure there are other videos which will teach you in a more organized fashion than this one. I will teach you where to avoid by getting stuck in it. And then you can take your own notes, buddy. Don't expect me to tell you where to go. Take notes. You should have been taking notes. Make sure you watch every one of my episodes and take notes. Write them down with your fancy $400 floating Astro pen or whatever they sell on YouTube. How is it that people can get away with sponsoring that? You watch YouTube videos, you see. I watch a lot of science communicator videos. Half of them are always advertising these beautiful pens that are like, they float in their cradles using magnets. Really? Don't care whether my pen floats in, whether my pen levitates or not. That's not an important feature I put in my have for the pens I use. Do they levitate? Oh gee, that's a really nice pen. It writes really well. It's smooth. It's, long lasting. I really like this pen. Very easy to use. But does it float? Does it appear to defy gravity by floating in this magnetic cradle? No? Why would I want a pen that doesn't float? Area. I'm trying to avoid the other route. I gotta know. You guys on YouTube recognize that. Drop a comment. Give me an amen, brother, or something. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what people watch on YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, I have no idea what you should be watching. Okay. Stop my engine. We'll figure this out. I am going to need more fuel. But yeah, the videos that I watch, like I said, I usually see it on like science communicator kind of things. There's one guy that does, he's into the airplane industry. He covers some disasters with other airplane news. He's always advertising that. Stupid pen. Obviously, it's meant to be, upscale kind of thing. If you don't know what else to spend your money on. Hey, but at least it's not Masterworks, am I right? I see that advertised a lot too. Okay, I'm guessing that that's not something that should be driven over. That's going to be bad ice. The best investment for your money, well, it's probably a better investment than like NFTs or blockchain crap, but the best investment for your money is to buy artwork, but don't buy artwork on your own. Buy it in a collective. Buy a piece. Buy a share in some piece of artwork, because it's going to increase in value. I think it's stupid, because I think it's a horrible use of your money. Probably better off buying like a treasury bill. No, let's buy a piece of artwork. Let's buy a piece. You can't display the artwork. You don't actually get the artwork. You're just part of a collective that owns the artwork. It might as well be an NFT, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't actually... No, that's not my piece of art. It's just I have a license to say that I own a part of it. That is basically what an NFT is, right? Or I could buy a piece of 1 foot by 1 foot piece of land in Scotland and get some dot matrix printed certificate that tells me I'm a lord or a lady. To be fair, I don't know if the certificates you get have been printed on a dot matrix. I'm sure they're printed on at least an inkjet. No, they wouldn't be printed on an inkjet. That costs too much money. Inkjet, refilling ink cartridges are expensive. I wanted to stop the engine, refuel from somewhere. Sure, good enough. Can I not have all-wheel drive on that whole time? I'm an old retired guy. You wanna get in a list of things that annoy me? Be here a long time. I think different things annoy me than annoy most guys. At least I can say that. Uniquely annoyed by certain things. Now, where is my marker now? Am I trying to go up that hill? Yes, I'm trying to go around that rock. Yeah. Off the main road around that rock. Oh, and look at that. My spider winch actually gave me something. So there's no way I'm gonna get up this snowy hill without a winch. Come on, why isn't it the leftmost thing on my screen? Where's the cursor? And it doesn't wrap around either. So you just have to find it. There we go. All right. Yeah, why did I think it was a good idea to go this way? I have no idea. Well, I know why, because I had no way of knowing where the good terrain was and where the bad terrain was, because it doesn't show me on the map. Oh, here I go with the cursor again. Is it eventually going to get over here, or is it on the other side now? Wait, can you see it? No, it stopped clicking now. I'm all the way to the right. Oh, there it is. Okay. So that was all the way to right, the next tree up there. I may not even, with this winch, I may not even be able to. Oh, let's take off the parking brake. I am so stuck. Is there a driveway there? It looks like it's supposed to be a driveway there. Okay. I'm sitting here trying to guess. Do I scroll to the right or do I scroll to the left? Okay, I see the winch point right next to me. So I scroll to the right. Pull the winch. Oops. Okay, I see where I'm trying to get to now. There it is. There it is. And I got 2 more to go after this. I hope I get more than another 1,100 buckaroonies out of this. Well, if I only got 1,100 buckaroonies out of this. Because they told me where I had to go. They didn't give me a weather report for it, but whatever. Now, am I expecting to be able to go back down that snowy hill I came up? Yeah, looks like I am. No, I came up here. I mean, if it is back down the snow, it's down. I have a chance. Although I may still get stuck in the snow. There's lots of things. This is why you need a scout truck. And this one is better in the snow than the other Jeep Wrangler I have. So I'm just going to take a slightly different path. I do have still a slope. There had to be an actual better pathway. I see like what looks like a road tire tracks to the right of me there, but that's... Oh, for goodness sakes. Where is it? If I could go this way, would that work? Maybe. This is showing road. And from there, I'd have to go back. And then across to what this like. Okay. I did, I think, try to cut through what wasn't really meant to be a road. But here, this is supposed to be a road. And I think it's just as bad as the non-road, to be honest. Yeah, this is supposed to be a road, huh? So I gotta get up. Okay, now I put the dots right on the road. And I see the poles here, the light poles, which are probably there because of the road, the alleged road. This may have been easier to do actually in the non um, in the non-scout vehicle. Wait, can I not attach to this pole that's right next to me? Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. There's a pole right next to me. I can't attach to it? Let's get me far enough. Yeah, the road is definitely no better than the non-road. Let's go to low. I think that will help. Oh, good. I can attach to that pole now. May actually help a little bit. Now, can I attach the pole that's in front of me? Yes. All right. This is the joy of SnowRunner. This is what you're supposed to do, get stuck in the snow. I know I can attach another winch, but I seem to be making progress. I'm in low, minus, but I'm moving. I'm just gonna leave it that way. Once I get this done, I can retire the scout vehicles, I believe. And the difficulty of the delivery vehicles is just getting through places. But this snow should not be. It'll be a little bit of a challenge. It shouldn't be too bad. Horn. Thank you. Why isn't it showing me the little button? Non-optimal way of getting here. Picked the way that pointed me towards a supposed road. Where am I? And why is that last one there? I know I changed this path because it was more on the so-called road. Make sure I don't flip. Yeah, see, this is the supposed road, but there's kind of trees in the way. And then it says, according to my markers, come back this way. Well, you can forget that. I'm going to find another way to get over here. Was there a different, better order to do these in? Probably. Do I have any idea what those might have been? No, no idea. I still have no idea what might be the better way of doing it. I could do this thing 20 times and still not know what the optimal path is. Okay, no, only one left. Stop the engine. Get rid of all of this. I'm going to here. However I need to get there. Just going to ignore everything because there are no roads here at all. Is this up a hill? Fine. There's trees around. I can make it. I do have on about the best mud tires I can put on this. Let's stay up on this ridge, not to flip over up to the side. Whoa, that was a don't flip over on either side. No. And again, that pole I can't winch to. Winch to that one. Right. So far, I've said this before, this is absolutely the least fun location. I think people that say it's fun think it's fun because they hit themselves with hammers at night and consider that fun. But it's not fun for most people. And mostly it's not fun just because it's unfair. You play it for the first time and you don't know what you're doing. You don't know where all the secret paths are. It's not fair. And good luck finding out where all the secret paths are, because it's not like anybody that knows how to play the game and says they think it's fun. It's not like anybody who say they think it's fun and claim to have hundreds of hours in actually teaches you where the right paths are. They just go through the right paths, but you have no idea where those paths are because you know, they don't show you on the map ever. So I have particular people in mind when I say that. But I'm not going to name any names. It's not a fun map. Have fun watching someone else do the map. Don't try to have fun playing the map, because you won't. Not unless you actually play it with a buddy who you can just make fun of. Play the map multiplayer with someone and say, here. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, we're using the wrong truck. You should use the whatever. Okay, I do have a better truck to do this, but part of my restriction is that I'm only using paid DLC vehicles. And this is the best paid DLC vehicle for this particular terrain and task. Oh, no, it should be an automatic. Maybe. And there's no other vehicle that's dramatically better than this. And certainly no other vehicle you can get now that's dramatically better than this. Maybe if you went to a different region, you could pick up a better vehicle. All right, 2,000 buckaroonies. That's a little more worth it. Oh, I never thought returning would be this hard. Really? Sure. I don't know what it was expecting to see, but thanks. Oh, this is the guy that's looking over his old town and wondering why it's so decrepit and inaccessible. Well, I can tell you why it's inaccessible. City services, they're all gone. They all left town. He said, forget this place. The local government wouldn't pay for the city services anymore, so everybody left. There was no more local government. See, that's what happens. You don't help out your citizens get the heck out of there, and then what are you the local king of? Nothing. Snow. Anyway, I don't know why I'm on this map. I know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to recover back to the garage. That's what I'm going to do next. I have nothing else to do here. Okay. Go back to the map. Figure out what I'm going to do next. They're all delivery tasks, thankfully. Service spare parts. I need 3 of them, I believe, for 3 different things. That's times 1. No, I'm looking on the wrong place. Okay, that's service spare parts times 1. That's service spare parts times 2. And that's wooden planks. Are they all service spare parts except for service spare parts? Unlucky number, service spare parts. Inclement weather. Vehicle spare parts. Okay, that's the one I want to do next, I think. Because I know where the vehicle spare parts are. And then knee deep is deliver the con loaf. Okay, I could actually do that with the other vehicle, but I already recovered it. Let's actually do that one first. Because I need to refuel it and give it more parts. So actually this would be a good one to do with. Was I right near here with the scout vehicle? I don't know. I don't think so. Where does this go? Okay, I gotta deliver the loaf to that's on the other side of the river. That's okay. Getting up here is going to be a challenge. There's nothing I can't do. It's actually sitting here. But I need to bring with me at least 22 fuel and 90 repair. Now I can get the 22 fuel back out of it once I get there. So let's see, back at the garage. Where's the pink lady? she should be recovered as well. And 600 repair points, 60% fuel. Does it help to recover her as well, or is she in a good spot to get there? Not really. No, come along here along the river is probably easiest. So, I don't have to change things around. And, she does not have the, she has the regular mud tires on now, right? Yes. So, and I can actually put the thing in the trailer if I have to. Let's mark a path, and then it'll be time for me to take my break. You have to come out of here. Come out of here this way. Come here. And then down to the river. And where am I eventually going? There. So I know I can get down this slope. I've done it before. And kind of stay on the crackly ice. And I might go over here. I think that's more or less a path. And there. Okay. So. Stay on this side of the fight sometime. Now cross the river probably around here somewhere. Maybe to here. I might have to turn around on some of this cracky ice area. From there, I should be able to go, get up here, get to there, get the con loaf. It needs 22 fuel and 190 repair points I have on me. More than enough fuel in my repair supplies, and should have fuel's in my fuel tanks, and yeah, more than enough. Okay, so that's it. I can get there. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit, but I can get there. There is your screenshot of how I'm gonna try it. Again, some of this may vary depending if I can actually get across the river without falling in. But that's where I'm going to grab it. I'm going to worry about picking it up there, repairing it, and then eventually take it to taking it to the mechanic, which is back over there. And I'll worry about that once I get my hands on it. I will throw it in the back of the truck. That way, if I need a winch, I can winch, and I'll be good to go. But we are coming up on almost 50 minutes, so I'm going to do that after my break. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be back in just a few minutes. I still have a good 3 hours to go. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next YouTube episode will be the next weekday evening at... No, not in the evening. I'm playing SnowRunners. The next YouTube episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is Minnesota time, but it's easier to type Iowa, so type Iowa if you want to type anything. While you're there, check out the state. It's not bad. There's lots of corn. Anyway, that is 6 p.m. 0600 hours in the UK and that is not 0600 hours. That is 6 p.m. Good. Let's try this again. For those of you watching on YouTube, the next YouTube episode will be noon U.S. Central Time on the weekdays, which is 6 p.m. 1800 hours in the UK and 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. So either way, Twitch, stick around, YouTube next episode. Thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.